From the icy stretches of Hokkaido to the blistering heat of the Australian outback, Mitsubishi Motors has crafted a legacy that blends engineering prowess with a spirit of adventure. It's a name etched into the DNA of rally racing and embedded deep in the history of Japanese innovation. Every curve of metal, every growl from the engine bay, carries whispers of a brand that refused to follow trends and instead decided to carve its own. The three diamonds on the grille aren't just a logo, they're a symbol of endurance, adaptability, and a quiet rebellion against convention. Born from a conglomerate that once built ships, aircraft, and even tanks, Mitsubishi's entrance into the automotive world wasn't a mere experiment, it was an inevitability. The Model A, Japan's first mass-produced passenger car, quietly rolled out in 1917, decades ahead of when the world would truly come to know the brand on four wheels. Though only a few dozen were built, they marked the beginning of something audacious, the merging of industrial might and the evolving art of mobility. While the world was figuring out how to scale production, Mitsubishi was exploring how to fuse resilience with elegance. Fast forward to the latter half of the 20th century, and a sharper image emerged. The streets of Tokyo, Manila, and Jakarta pulsed with the unmistakable hum of the Lancer and the Galant. These cars didn't shout for attention, they earned it. They became the kind of machines you'd trust to take you through crowded cities and forgotten mountain roads alike. And then, as the 1980s unfolded, something fierce was brewing beneath the surface. It wasn't enough to build reliable sedans. Mitsubishi had bigger dreams, faster dreams, more daring ones. Enter the world of turbochargers, all-wheel drive wizardry, and rally dirt kicking up behind four spinning tires. Mitsubishi found its voice not just in daily commuting but in the roar of rally stages. The Lancer Evolution, a machine born from the raw demands of the World Rally Championship, emerged as a symbol of technical perfection wrapped in a four-door suit. With each generation, from Evo I through the spine-tingling Evo X, the line blurred further between track and tarmac. It wasn't just a car anymore, it was a cult, a promise of performance and precision. But performance never existed in isolation. Mitsubishi wasn't just chasing lap times. The Pajero, a name that sent shivers down the spines of Dakar rivals, conquered the world's harshest terrains. With 12 Dakar rally wins, the Pajero became a legend not through commercials or glitz, but by sheer dominance in unforgiving environments. When other vehicles fell apart in the desert heat or got swallowed by Saharan sand, the Pajero pressed forward, calm and unwavering. It became the embodiment of, go anywhere, survive anything. While the world often looked to Europe for sophistication or to America for muscle, Mitsubishi offered a different kind of appeal. Understated but sharp, comfortable but relentless, every vehicle carried the mark of an engineer's passion, a detail only those who looked closely would appreciate. The 3000 GT VR4, for example, was a technological showcase far ahead of its time, active aerodynamics, four-wheel steering, and twin turbos. It was a masterclass in innovation masked as a grand tourer. Time, of course, doesn't slow down, and the early 2000s brought challenges. The global auto industry changed. Consumer tastes shifted. Emissions regulations tightened. The fierce rally monsters and V6 beasts started disappearing. And yet, Mitsubishi didn't vanish, it evolved. The Outlander emerged as a new hero, adapting to a world more conscious of fuel economy, safety, and utility. With plug-in hybrid technology, Mitsubishi pivoted towards sustainability, while staying true to its roots of engineering integrity. The Outlander PHEV became the world's best-selling plug-in hybrid SUV, not because it shouted innovation, but because it proved it, day after day, silently and efficiently. Design evolved too. The modern Mitsubishi face sharpened into bold lines and dynamic shield grilles. LED blades cut across taillights like brushstrokes on a katana. Interiors became more intuitive, integrating digital displays, tactile materials, and quiet comfort. But behind the aesthetics, the soul remained. It wasn't just about looking modern, it was about being prepared for the road ahead. The Mirage, a compact companion for the urban jungle, showcased how Mitsubishi could blend economy with personality. Lightweight, efficient, and surprisingly fun when tossed around a corner, it became a favorite for those who valued practicality without sacrificing charm. Meanwhile, the Xpander reshaped what a family MPV could be in Southeast Asia, delivering space, style, and reliability in equal measure. Electrification grew not as a trend but as a necessity, and Mitsubishi had a head start. Long before the EV craze, the IMEV was already whispering through city streets, proving that zero-emissions travel could be real. Quiet, quirky, and ahead of its time, it showed that innovation didn't always have to come from Silicon Valley. It could come from a company that once built airplanes and had rally wins etched into its history. Globally, Mitsubishi kept adapting. In North America, models like the Eclipse Cross reimagined performance DNA in crossover form. In the Middle East, rugged pickups like the L200, known as the Triton, tackled deserts and job sites with equal confidence. In Africa and South America, the brand symbolized resilience. Where infrastructure was scarce and reliability meant everything, the Triple Diamond badge became a mark of trust. Even collaborations evolved. Under the umbrella of the Renault-Nissan-Mitsubishi alliance, new synergies allowed shared platforms and cutting-edge research. But unlike many other partnerships that diluted identity, Mitsubishi retained its character. Every vehicle still felt unmistakably Mitsubishi, thoughtful, resilient, and a little rebellious. The company's core values, daring, persistence, and responsibility, echo not just through slogans but through design, engineering, and ownership experiences. Even in the digital age, where software defines much of a car's behavior, Mitsubishi focuses on creating hardware that lasts and software that enhances, not distracts. Their Super All-Wheel Control System, for instance, continues to offer real confidence on wet roads and unpaved paths. The philosophy stays consistent. A Mitsubishi isn't just built to move you, it's built to protect you, challenge you, and occasionally surprise you. Today, while other brands scramble to define their identity in the age of AI and electrification, Mitsubishi quietly continues refining its direction. Concepts like the D-X hint at the future, a fusion of digital interactivity, zero-emissions performance, and traditional Mitsubishi off-road toughness. It's not about forgetting history, it's about amplifying it through new lenses. What once roared across rally stages might soon glide silently through smart cities. But the DNA remains. A Mitsubishi doesn't seek applause. It doesn't compete in the noise of marketing hyperbole. It earns loyalty through longevity. Through engines that start on freezing mornings. Through cabins that remain silent even after years of abuse. Through technology that assists rather than overwhelms. It's about a connection, not just between driver and machine, but between intention and execution. That's what makes the brand different. A Mitsubishi tells stories not through billboards but through odometers. Each mile recorded as a testament to trust. Whether it's the family hauling groceries in an Outlander, a student navigating campus in a Mirage, or an adventurer forging paths in a Triton, Mitsubishi builds for real life, its messiness, its unpredictability, and its magic. As new frontiers approach, autonomous driving, AI navigation, battery breakthroughs, Mitsubishi's legacy acts not as a chain, but as a compass. The company has already built ships and rockets, flown across oceans, and crossed finish lines. What remains is not to prove capability, but to redefine it for the next generation. A generation that values durability, responsibility, and authenticity. And while the competition grows louder, more futuristic, and often more fragile, Mitsubishi remains grounded. It builds for people who need their car to work as hard as they do. For those who want honesty in design and confidence in motion. For drivers who look past trends and trust what experience has taught them. Because some brands are born in boardrooms, others, in design studios. But Mitsubishi, it was forged in forges, tested in rally stages, and refined by time itself. That's not just a car brand. That's a way of moving through the world, with grit, grace, and gears that never stop turning. Dash dash dash.